Hello my dear kids, welcome to your English literature on video classes, and we are doing the term 2 lessons, right? Term 2 syllabus, that is lesson number 9, tricks and treasures. So till now what have we done? Let's have a quick recap of the lesson. I'm going to show it to you page wise, right? So tricks and treasures, right? Here in this lesson, what have we done? We have learned about elves. What are elves, right? Elves are small creatures having magical powers, right? And then we learned what do you mean by magic? It's basically creating illusion, isn't it? Then we had learned about R, the rules for R, that is moody R, voiced and controlled, isn't it? So what is voiced and what is controlled? In controlled R, the R is always after the vowel, and in voiced, the R always remains before the vowel or the consonants, right? So in voiced, just listen to the sound and you can know which one is voiced and which one is controlled. So red is voiced. R is frequently, prominently audible. So the voiced R is followed by a vowel, but in controlled R, a vowel is followed by R, right? So voiced R में क्या होता है? R के बाद vowels आता है, and controlled R में क्या होता है? R से पहले vowel आता है, like see, red, run, root, bread, train. R के बाद है ना सारे vowels. Similarly, controlled में R से पहले vowel आता है, like star, AR, car, AR, fork, R के पहले O, isn't it? So vowels के बाद R आ रहा है, and pronunciation भी different होता है. See, जब हमारे voiced R होता है तो R clearly सुनाई देता है, isn't it? Red, run, root, bread, train, right? And controlled वाले में R जो है इतना prominently सुनाई नहीं देता. Star, car, fork, shirt, door, right? And इससे related हमने exercise किया था. Then what did we do? We did subject verb agreement, right? So what is a verb? A verb is an action word. That means it describes the action of the noun. And subject क्या है? Subject वो है जिसके बारे में हम बात कर रहे हैं एक sentence में, isn't it? So and similarly what did we learn? अगर subject singular है तो उसके साथ singular verb लगेगा, and subject plural है तो उसके साथ plural verb लगेगा. But verb के साथ rules change हो जाते हैं. जिस word के साथ जिस action verb में s लगा है वो singular है, and जिस action verb में s नहीं लगा है वो plural है, noun से opposite, right? Then what did we do? Then we had done the story of shoemaker and the elves, right? और इस story में क्या हुआ था? इस story में the shoemaker was very poor and had very less leather to make shoes. Then the elves came and helped him. They made beautiful shoes, और वो shoes को बेचने के बाद shoemaker ने और भी leather लिया और फिर उससे और shoes बनाए. वो उसने नहीं बनाए, actually elves ने बनाए. तो जिससे वो धीरे धीरे शूज बेच के अमीर हो गया. Then what they did? They thought to see who is helping them, and they found that elves are helping them, and then they thanked the elves by giving clothes and shoes to them, right? Okay. Then what did we do? We did the exercise on the story, that is the true and false. Then we had done cause and effect, that means किसकी वजह से क्या हुआ, कारण क्या था और उसका परिणाम क्या निकला, राइट. कॉज मतलब कारण, इफेक्ट मतलब उसका परिणाम. Then we did the question and answers. Then we did the suffixes, isn't it? And we had unscrambled the letters, that is we arranged the jumble letters. Then we did the subject verb agreement ka exercises, whereby you had to find the correct verb accordingly, isn't it? Then we did present continuous tense and writing thank you letter, so to show the appreciation. Now today, this is the last thing we are going to do in this lesson, that is the poem. So what is the name of the poem? It is the name of the poem is Elf Singing and written by William Allingham. So Elf, basically जैसा कि इस heading से पता चल रहा है, title से, this poem is about an elf singing. So let's read it. I hope you are doing reading work at home and you are learning the poems that are in the exercises, because once we are finished with the lessons, I am going to start the revision of the lessons from lesson number 1, and I am going to ask you the poems, right? Okay, so let's start. An elf sat on a twig. He was not very big. So what happened? An elf sat on a twig. Twig, that means छोटा सा लकड़ी का टुकड़ा. He was not very big. As I told you, elves are not very big. They are small magical creatures. And then what did he do? He sang a little song. He did not think it wrong. And then he started singing a little song. And he did not think. He thought, Arey, what's wrong in singing? Singing is a good thing. So he did not think that singing is wrong. But he was on a wizard's ground. Wizard क्या होता है? Wizard is any person having magical powers. Wizard. Have you seen Harry Potter? Harry Potter की मूवी में they had a wizard school, isn't it? जहाँ पे वो magic सीखते थे. Witch and wizard. So the female is witch and the male is wizard. So they have magical powers and then they can do anything. But he was on a wizard's ground. That means elf कहाँ पे था? Elf जो है वो wizard के ground में था. Who hated all sweet sound. और वो wizard को क्या था? Wizard जो है sweet sound पसंद नहीं करता था, उसको नफरत था. He hated, right? The elf went on with his song. And जो elf है वो उसको लगा नहीं कि वो कुछ गलत काम कर रहा है. So what did he do? He continued with his song. He was singing and singing and singing and he loved singing. It grew more clear and strong. So as he continued singing and singing, जो उसकी आवाज है ज़्यादा क्लियर और ज़्यादा तेज सुनाई देने लगी. It lifted him into air. He floated singing away. So क्या हुआ? क्योंकि विजर्ड को पसंद नहीं था स्वीट साउंड, सो विजर्ड ने क्या किया? उसको हवा में उड़ा दिया. एंड क्या हुआ फिर? वो हवा में तैरते हुए कहीं दूर चला गया गाना गाते हुए. विथ रेनबोज इन हिज हेयर. और उसके सर पे, उसके बालों में रेनबोज नजर आने लगे थे. वो रेनबोज उसके बालों से निकले और वो रेनबोज के साथ ही फ्लोट करके गाना गाते हुए कहीं दूर चला गया. Right? So let's read the poem once again. An elf sat on a twig. He was not very big. He sang a little song. He did not think it wrong. But he was on a wizard's ground who hated all sweet sound. The elf went on with his song. It grew more clear and strong. It lifted him into air. He floated singing away with rainbows in his hair. So see, at the end of the poem we are having all the rhyming words, isn't it? Twig, big rhyming. Song, wrong rhyming. Ground, sound rhyming. Song, strong rhyming. Air, hair rhyming, isn't it? So at the end of each line we have rhyming words, isn't it? So now what we are going to do? We are going to do the exercises of the poem. So what is it? Let's read. Fill in the blanks with the correct adjectives from the poem. Adjectives. What are adjectives? Adjectives are the describing word, isn't it? So adjectives describes the quality of a noun or pronoun. So the elf was not very, elf was not very big, right? He was not very big. So he is a pronoun and big is describing word. So the elf was not very big. He sang a dash song. So what did he sang? He sang a little song. So little is describing the song. L-I-T-T-L-E. Little. He sang a little song. Now number C. The wizard hated all dash sound. So where is it? See. He was on a wizard's ground who hated all sweet sound. So the wizard hated all sweet sound. So we write here sweet. The wizard hated all sweet sound. The elf's song grew more dash and dash. See, it grew more clear and strong. It यहाँ पे क्या है? It is the song that elf is singing. So what happened? Song के बारे में क्या बताया जा रहा है? It grew more clear and strong. So the elf's song grew more clear and strong. Right? Done? Chalo, let's proceed. What did the song do to the elf? What happened? The song lifted the elf into the air and he floated away singing with rainbows in his hair, right? It lifted him into the air and he floated singing away with rainbows in his hair. So what do we write? We write the song lifted the elf into the air and he floated singing he floated away. See, he floated singing away, right? He floated away singing with rainbows in his hair. Right? So what did the song do? The song lifted the elf into the air and he floated away singing with rainbows in his hair. Done? Shall we proceed? Chalo, let's proceed. Now in number 3, what we have to do is write the voiced R and controlled R words from the poem. यहाँ पे क्या करना है आपको? यहाँ पे वॉइस आर वर्ड्स लिखने हैं और यहाँ पे कंट्रोल्ड आर वर्ड्स लिखने हैं जो कि पोएम में यूज किए गए हैं. सो वॉइस्ड आर क्या होता है? वॉइस्ड आर में वॉवेल जो है आर के बाद आता है एंड कंट्रोल्ड में क्या होता है? वॉवेल जो है आर से पहले आता है. राइट? सो अगर हम इस पोएम में देखें तो क्या क्या आएगा वॉइस्ड में? वी हैव wrong, right? Because vowel जो है R के बाद आ रहा है. Then we have very. Then we have ground. R के बाद O आ रहा है, right? Then we have grew, right? R के बाद vowel है. Then we have strong. R के बाद vowel है. Then we have rainbows. R के बाद vowel है, right? So these are voiced. And controlled में क्या आएगा? R के बाद vowels आएंगे, isn't it? Sorry, R के पहले vowels आएंगे. So very, right? Very is controlled. See, R के पहले vowel है very. Then what? Then let's find out wizard. See, R से पहले है ना vowel, so wizard. Then what do we have? Let's find out more. See, more भी है and clear भी है. More and clear ये दोनों आएंगे कंट्रोल्ड में. R से पहले है vowel O and R से पहले है vowel A. Then what do we have? Then we have air. R से पहले है vowel I, isn't it? And then what else? And then we have hair. R से पहले है vowel I, right? So this is voiced R and controlled R. So let's write the voiced R first. Voiced में we have wrong, ground, grew, strong, rainbows. कुछ रह तो नहीं गया? Let's find out. No, that's all. Now see, more जो है वो voiced में भी आएगा and controlled में भी आएगा. Why? Because R से पहले भी vowel है and R के बाद भी vowel है, isn't it? So हम इसको दोनों में लिख सकते हैं. It would be correct. Now controlled में we start from very, right? So we write here very. Then we have wizard. Then we have grew. नहीं grew नहीं होगा. We have clear. Then we have air. Then we have hair. So this all we have in voiced R and controlled R. I hope you have understand the concept. If not, please do not hesitate to ask me in the online class. Online class इसीलिए है बच्चा क्योंकि आपको अपने कोई भी डाउट्स क्लियर करने हो तो आप मुझसे ऑनलाइन क्लास में डायरेक्टली पूछ सकते हो, राइट? ओके, चलो देन सी यू अप इन द नेक्स्ट ऑनलाइन क्लासेस. Now here in the next page, what we have wants versus needs. So do you know the difference between wants and needs? क्या आपको wants and needs में difference पता है? wants मतलब होती है इच्छा and needs मतलब होती है जरूरत. कुछ चीजों की हमें जरूरत नहीं होती, बस इच्छा होती है कि काश ये हमारे पास होता. बट कुछ चीजें ऐसी होती है जो हमारी जरूरत होती है. Like if you do not travel much, अगर आप बहुत ज्यादा ट्रैवलिंग नहीं करते हो लेकिन आपको 4-व्हीलर चाहिए, तो वो क्या है? वो आपकी वांट है, वो आपकी इच्छा है, आपकी जरूरत नहीं है. लेकिन अगर आप बहुत ज्यादा ट्रैवलिंग करते हो और आपके पास कार या 4-व्हीलर या 2-व्हीलर नहीं है और आपको वो चाहिए, तो वो आपकी जरूरत है, राइट? See, I want many things but don't need them. Here are some things that I want. जिसकी हमें जरूरत नहीं है बट हमें वो चाहिए, that is want. And I need some things in order to survive. Here are some things that I need. So जो needs होते हैं वो survival के लिए जरूरत है, हमें जीने के लिए जरूरी होते हैं. So what you have to do is, आपके wants यहाँ लिखने हैं and needs यहाँ लिखने हैं, राइट? लाइक नीड्स में क्या हुआ? फूड, शेल्टर, क्लोथ, वाटर, राइट? मनी, दिस आर द नीड्स. वांट्स में क्या हुआ? लग्जरीज जो होते हैं वो वांट्स होते हैं, जिनकी हमें जरूरत नहीं है बट हमें वो चाहिए. लाइक अगर आपके पास कपड़े हैं पर आपको और कपड़े चाहिए, दैट इज वांट. अगर आपके पास आपका पेट भरा हुआ है लेकिन आपको कुछ देखकर लालच आ रहा है, तो वो वांट है, वो नीड नहीं है, राइट? उसके अलावा आपके पास पेंसिल है बट आपने किसी की पेंसिल देख ली कि अरे वाह ये तो बहुत सुंदर पेंसिल है, तो आपको सेम पेंसिल चाहिए, तो वो क्या है? वो आपका वांट है, वो नीड नहीं है, क्योंकि आपके पास पेंसिल तो ऑलरेडी है जिसकी आपको जरूरत है. लेकिन किसी की देखी हुई पेंसिल आपको चाहिए, वो आपका वांट बन जाएगा, राइट? सो दिस इज योर होमवर्क. यू हैव टू राइट इट डाउन. व्हाट आर योर वांट्स एंड व्हाट आर योर नीड्स. चलो देन, टेक केयर, बाय बाय.